and I might have to do that. But yeah, so I was just doing some research about the tariffs that uh, Trump just put on. So we got 10% on China, which is hecka funny, right? And then another 25 for Mexico, 25 for Canada, and he putting that on the fact that the what, what, what what was he talking about? He said something about uh, the fact that they let fentanyl come into the country through their borders. So he's chastising their ass, spanking their ass for allowing that to happen, which is I don't know. Well, you tell me. You tell me. What do you guys think? But we here either way, man. So I'm here for it. Like I said, we don't know what's going on. We don't know if he's a genius yet, or we don't know if he's a bumbling idiot. But time will tell. Uh, Either way, it feels like the right thing to do. I'm already looking at how the businesses are starting to look inward towards just moving their companies into America, saving on at least in Canada's sake, saving on the corporate tax, get access to funding, and being able to run a lot better. Um, we talked about crypto and how crypto is becoming a real thing. I'm gonna give you guys a heads up, man. March 10th is a very, very important date in cryptocurrency. If you don't know, this is when all of the banks in the United States and in the international community supposed to uh, go full on crypto. That's March 10th, 2025. That is, yeah, less than 35 days away. So good luck, you guys. If you missed this opportunity, so just to let you guys know, like I said, if you want to check out some information about cryptocurrency and just how to understand it, I have my book Demystifying Cryptocurrency. It is on in Amazon. I put the link in the bot in a bio, or if you're on YouTube, it'll be a link in the description. But you can definitely pick it up. It get definitely give you a whole lot of information on crypto, and you will better understand the whole network of blockchain, how blockchain work. I am blockchain certified. How blockchain works, and how it's tied into the new quantum financial system. So let's talk about how capitalism is under scrutiny right now. So Trump, he actually initiated the first ever U.S. Strategic uh, financial reserves, right? And what he's doing is he's lobbying, not lobbying, I guess, I don't know. We call lobby, we got strong arm, we got, whatever you want to call it. But what he's actually doing is he's taking he's talking to companies, getting pieces of American companies or companies in general, and taking a piece of their profits and sticking into a strategic reserve for American citizens. Me personally, it sounds like to me that we are one step closer to universal basic income as these reserves build up and Americans kind of started to figure out their situation. And the reason why is because hardcore capitalism is unsustainable in the new world. We have AI technology that is running rampant. There's a lot of jobs supposed to be going away in the next 3 years, 3 to 5 years, for sure. Right? Hundreds of millions of jobs is going to disappear. Granted, hundreds of millions of jobs is going to be created as well. But the use for human labor is no longer a thing, right? But then we have our what we call open source versus uh, the privately held uh, type of business models and technology. So it was a big thing where OpenAI. Now I remember when OpenAI came out, it was amazing. It was completely amazing. It definitely enhanced my life and how I look at business. Then the type of knowledge I got access to was amazing. Um, and if you for you who don't know, what happened was there was a large investment by Microsoft, and once that investment came to fruition, all of a sudden, what was supposed to be open source ended up becoming uh, closed very fast, and there went the privatization of uh, the information and technology. Uh, Nvidia their stock skyrocketed because they hold all these super chips that you need for AI. A lot of other different industries started to kind of boom, and then the unthinkable happened. China put out their version of a large language model, DeepSeek, and it wasn't only better, faster, it was cheaper. And because they couldn't get the chips through to what's going on with the trade war, so they end up being able to do it better, and it's open source. So what happens is there's questions, and mind you, right after that, Nvidia tanked. The stock market had the worst day in history. Right here, this was you know the 1950s. You would have seen people in Wall Street jumping out of buildings. It was that bad. But uh, it raised the question of what's truly needed in order to have these wonderful technologies. Is open source the way to go? Can capitalism compete with open source? And it's looking like no. Certain things are always going to be needed as far as uh, war and defense and those things, but it's looking like as long as people can get access to free information and the technology and learning it, and the common person can do some wonderful things, which before it was just kind of held in the hands of a few and they mastered it. Now it's in the hands of many, and everybody is starting to master it on their own. And if you're not in AI, if you're not paying attention and playing with these tools, I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 12 or if you're 75. You definitely, well, 75, depending on how you structured your life, you might not even care. But definitely, if you're in the workforce and you're still in the workforce, you want to know about these things because they only make you better. And if when you start talking about jobs and financial security, you definitely are going to lose in the future for those who understand and master these uh, new technologies with this AI. Definitely, you're not going to be able to compete in the next year if you don't get started right now. That's just my opinion. Who am I? But it's looking wonderful. Definitely take advantage of it or fall behind. And that's just how that goes. But yeah, open source looks like it is kicking capitalism in the butt. So with that said, we're gonna finish with the identity of America. A lot of Americans is waking up and realizing that we are a third world country, even though um, we have a lot of great things about the America still, and that's why so many people are coming over because the opportunity is so great. Um, Average American who, let's just say, stuck in the old system is struggling, right? Because that's what the system is kind of designed to do, to feed off of you. And and you got a lot of young Gen Z millennials who are opting to take a pay cut, work remote, and move to a country like Bali where they can live off $1,400 a month like a king. and it's really starting to reshape how the psychology of America is operated. Before, when we thought we were number one, we didn't know that. We thought we were the best. Hey, we the best. Where else we gonna go? Now it's like, well, you can go Bali, you can go to Thailand. Hell, you can even go to Mexico. You know what I mean? And um, there's options. So where we thought we were the baddie on the block, we're starting to realize that you know we're not doing as hot as we thought. Student loans is killing, cost of living, uh, the wage, and how pretty much capitalism has decimated and raped and pillaged the American citizens for really decades. Is all starting to kind of come to fruition. So there's a lot of talk about what's right and what's wrong. And truthfully, when you're paying attention to how everything is more globalized than ever, and now all of a sudden the push between for do for self in terms of countrymen, it really is a different era, and uh, the options are starting to kind of come in where they're looking at not just about capitalism, but more about the social economic aspects of all countries. They're looking at, okay, if you look at China, China's light years ahead of us, right? That's a fact. If you go, they're living in 2025. We're living in 1995. And it's going, and it's if you go to Korea, if you go to any, you start to see like they have state of the art everything. We have analog everything. Uh, so when you're looking at, well, what's going on with how the governments ran, um, is socialism bad? Is capitalism evil? Or do you need both of them? And the answer to that is you need all. You need a way to take care of the people who can't take care of themselves, help them get on their feet and thrive. You need a way where people are still incentivized to create and be innovative, and make generational wealth. You need all of those aspects, and I think what's going on is we're starting to see the framework of it. My advice to everybody is to get involved. Don't sit on the sideline. This is not from 25 to 28. You better be humping on what's coming up, what's going on, AI, crypto, because if not, you're gonna get lost behind. We're in the last year of a bull run for crypto. Um, End of this year is probably going to tank, and then that will be your opportunity to catch the cycle over these next 2 to 3 years. Buy it at a cheap, and then when the next bull run comes, 2029, you can make some real money. I've been invested in crypto since 2020. I was exit liquidity for everybody that was selling in 2020 and 2021. But I'm happy that I did have the wherewithal to accumulate as it hit the bottom and grab more. And now that it's going up, I'm just constantly in a better position. Like I said, I got a book, Demystifying Cryptocurrency. Take a look at it. It will do you some good to learn about these technologies, because this is the future. And the best way to protect you and protect your family is future proof yourself. Learn these technologies. And that's my I'm done. I'll see you on the next episode of Keys Guide to Freedom. This is TK, and I'm out. Okay. We're done.